Hey, good morning, church. Hope you guys are having a great morning so far. So we are in Psalm 123 today, and today it is a short one, right? So it's only 4 verses, so I trust that, everyone can do this Bible study. I mean, it's only 4 verses, takes just a couple seconds to read through and really study through it. So if we want to go ahead and jump right into verse 1, it says, I lift my eyes to you, the one enthroned in heaven, like a servant's eyes on his master's hands, like a servant girl's eyes on the hand of her mistress. So our eyes are on the Lord our God until he shows us favor. So in just those first 2 verses, we see two pretty big things, pretty big topics that we can talk about. So the first one, well, let's start with this. When we're in trouble, we're going through life, something's happening, as we see in the verses 3 and 4, there's a lot that's been happening. We need to look at God, right? So verse 1 says, I lift my eyes to you, the one enthroned in heaven. So first off, we see where we need to look, right? So I lift my eyes to you, the one enthroned in heaven. There's no ambiguity. There is no question about who this psalmist is talking about. I lift my eyes to you. That at first, to you could mean anyone, but then it says the one enthroned in heaven. There's no ambiguity. We are looking to Jesus Christ. We're looking to God while we are going through trouble, right? So we see where to look. Now, it's not just to look up at God, right? We can't just look at him and be like, oh, hey, my problems are solved, right? So verse 2 shows us how we're supposed to look, right? So like a servant eyes on his master's hand, like a servant girl's eyes on the hand of her mistress, so our eyes are on the Lord our God until he shows us favor. So we see a comparison between a servant's eyes on his master's hand, right? So in this picture, we're seeing that a servant is looking to the hand of his master for help, right? So we're looking at God. We're not just looking at God. We're looking like, God, I need you. We need help, right? So we keep going. Verse 3 says, show us favor, Lord, show us favor, for we've had more than enough contempt. We've had more than enough scorn from the arrogant and contempt from the proud. So here we're seeing what the psalmist is talking about. Some things are going on in their life. They're getting a lot of hate. They're getting a lot, like it says, a lot of contempt, a lot of scorn. And so in the first 2 verses, we see where we're supposed to look and how we're supposed to look. And now we see why, the psalmist, but why we're looking, right? So God, the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelation all points to Jesus Christ, points to the same, all throughout it. If you read through and you look and read through it and study through it, it points to Jesus Christ, right? And so, Jesus, obviously, we know the end of the story. We know that Jesus Christ came and died for our sins, and if we put our trust in him, he will save us and we'll go to heaven. But not only that he wants to help us, right? So, we're supposed to look at Jesus. We're not just supposed to look at him and be like, God, why aren't you helping me? We're supposed to look at him and beg and plead for mercy and for favor and for help, right? So I know this was a short one, and so I hope you guys, read through this and study through it and get some, I hope it really blessed you guys and you hide it in your heart. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless.